Come on in, y'all. How y'all doing? Hey, y'all. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. We're going to start putting our ingredients into this. I want to set y'all up. So that's what we're making today. Hey, y'all. Come on in. So today, honey, we're going to make us some, we're going to make us some lasagna ravioli soup. Behind me, I got some chicken broth and water boiling. And we're going to break up our noodles. And we're going to also put in some spinach. And we're going to put in some beef. Okay, raviolis to go with it. I've seen it made several ways. I decided to add my twist to it. I'm going to do probably a couple more things. And we also going to be using ground beef. We're going to be using sweet Italian sausage. And we're going to be using turkey sausage as well. So let's get started. I was going to try to do, hello, I'm going to say hello to both of you and to YouTube as well. Because I'll just get this one uploaded. Because today, honey, trying to handle Avery's home. And so trying to handle all of that is kind of a bit much. So I was going to do YouTube, but YouTube going to have to wait because I ain't got time to be shifting. All right? So maybe I will. I just set them up under y'all. Okay? Let me go on and hit live on YouTube. And then I'll just have both y'all. I shift it. I'll work it out. I'll make it work. I'll make it happen, Captain. Is that all right? Okay. I'm going to put it where y'all can see me. I'm going to push it back where y'all can see me. And y'all going to just have to watch me. And I'll hold the stuff up as I go. Honey, you got to work what? Smarter and not what? Harder. Okay. So let me get YouTube going. There we go. So hey y'all. This is Tracey of Mama's Comfort Cooking, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making lasagna and ravioli soup. And my ingredients are, we're going to use a box of lasagna. We're going to break these up. And we're going to use some ravioli. We're going to use beef, and we're going to use spinach and cheese. That's my twist on it. We're also going to use 3 meats. We're going to use ground beef. We're going to use Italian sausage, and we're going to use some turkey sausage. You can make things the way you want to. We're going to use some onions. We're going to use ragu, and we're going to use chicken broth. Now, I already got chicken broth and water on my back eye. So, in front of you, we're going to start our meats over here. All right, so we're going to put that ground beef in first. And then we're going to incorporate our onions, and we're going to add our sausage meat in here as well. All right? I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff going. And tomorrow, honey, they already called and said because they expect snow, they're not going to have any school. So Avery sprained her foot yesterday in school. It's not wrapped. I got her situated. She's okay. But I was disappointed that they didn't call me. But she's okay. Okay? Alright? We're going to add us some onions to this. I love the flavor of onions in my meat. It just gives it an amazing flavor. We're also going to add a little salt, pepper, and everything green, my seasoning. Alright. So, and we're going to cut these sausage up. Come on in. Get me another knife. I'm going to gonna get my little seasonings out. Salt, pepper, and everything green. If I was Tracey, I would tell her, you better slow up on using all that everything green. You ain't paying for it. Maybe I'll be going through it. I do use my own. So we're gonna take this and get it going. Alright? And then we're gonna add us some. I don't know. Don't worry about it. It's just your tablet. They ought to look and see that I'm on live, so whoever it is, I'll call them after the live. It ain't no life or death emergency. Because I got to tell you that much. Those group calls that Avery is on, they forever calling her on group calls. So we just added a little salt, a little pepper, and a little everything green. Now we're going to open up some of these and cut up some smoked sausage. Y'all, the homegrown was good, and I enjoyed it. And I want to come back after I do this video, and we're going to do our talk right there. We also are going to do our other thing, our Black History moment. We'll do that in the next video. I'm going to let this video be a cooking video. Then we'll come back and do the other. Okay? We're getting ready to break it up, but we're going to cut some of these little sausages. You can cut them big or small. You can dice them however you want to. Put these little sausages in there. You can omit it. I like them, so I'm putting them in mine. Alright? And I like turkey sausage. So, honey, I got ground beef in here. It's a family affair. That lets you know you can get along. Because I got ground beef going in here. I got pork sausage going in here. And turkey. So, all these different meat categories. And they all going to eat the same way. They're all going in the same digestive system. Alright? So, I'm going to cut these up. And we're going to break up our lasagna and put our noodles in. I got the store that I like to go to. They have some ravioli noodles, and I make a lot of stuff with them. Sometimes I'll take spinach and these sausage and some shrimp for Avery, and I'll put some raviolis in there. They have mushroom. They have the beef. They have the ones I'm using, spinach and cheese. And that cheese can also operate it for my extra hint. I don't like, me and my family, we really don't like to put the ricotta cheese in. We're not ricotta cheese fans. But I do something else. I omit it and I mix a combination of cheese. I take cream cheese, sour cream, and I use a little Velveeta, and I substitute for the ricotta cheese. I stir it up real good, melt it in the bowl, put it in the microwave, put a little salt on it, a little pepper on it, and that becomes my ricotta cheese. Now, with that being said, this is a soup, right? So this is a deconstructed lasagna. So this is a soup. And because it's a soup, you have to realize that you don't have to drop that ricotta cheese in it because it's going to take over everybody's. So if you're going to dip you out a bowl, then I recommend if you want that in yours, then you put it in your own individual bowl. All right? So we got this going. And we're going to not drain this. So when we break these noodles up, when I bring y'all and we break the noodles up, we're going to break them up and we're going to put them in the water and the chicken broth behind me. We're not going to drain it. We're going to use that broth. Right? We're going to add the tomato sauce in there. So we're going to use that broth. Now, I see some people, they would take theirs and pour the tomato soup in all at once. Well, if you do, it's just going to take longer to cook. I don't do mine like that. So just break them up like that. They don't have to be fancy. And it's no particular way. You can make them big. You can make them small. If you're trying to stretch it, you might want to make them small. And all you're doing is deconstructing a your lasagna. All right. We're gonna also incorporate what I got going on right here, but we're gonna turn that off after they ball a little bit. Okay. So we're also gonna put our raviolis in at the same time. Okay. All right. So now we got the meat going. In just a minute, once this get going real good, I'll put the sausage in, okay? I'm not going to put it in yet. It don't take long for these sausages to cook, all right? Get these out my hand. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to move both of y'all at the same time. We're going to come over here. And we're going to put the stuff that we're dealing with. We're going to put it in the, we're going to put it down in that pot. Right? We're going to put it in the pot. All right. All right, I'm going to break them up. And it's not going to take me long. It's not going to take me long, babies. Just grab you some up and break them up. I'm having a populicious time. And then I'm going to take some of my raviolis. I'm not going to use all of these. These are minis. I'm just trying to show y'all. And I'm put up the rest of them in a Ziploc bag. And I'm going to take my raviolis and I'm going to put them in there. These are the spinach and cheese. I'm going to let them cook at the same time. I'm going to put a couple of those in there. Then I'm going to use the beef. The beefs are a little smaller. The beef raviolis are a little smaller. I'm just doing that so I can get everything in here real quick at the same time. Y'all know I got to get it all done at the same time. So put those in there like that. All right, that's enough. And I'm going to finish cutting my lasagna up. I hope y'all having a great day. And I see y'all got a little steam going on, but y'all gonna be all right. I'm still in the pitch, ain't I? So I'm gonna put it in there. You can make these as big or as small as you want. You do not have to use the whole box. It all depends on who all you cooking for. How many people are you cooking? Now, you don't have any vegetables in this or anything like that. So, it is about the noodle. It really is. It's about the noodle. You can always add more liquid if you need it. Because you don't have to add a thickener to this. Because remember, these noodles are going to release starch. Alright? How y'all doing? Make sure y'all share YouTube. Make sure y'all go and hit those thumbs up. I appreciate it. Okay? You want to make sure you got enough noodles in there. Because it is about the noodles. And lasagna about the meat and the noodles and the cheese. So y'all come on over and get some. And the thing about this, if I don't use it all, it's okay. It's okay. You know why? Because we got a freezer. And you can freeze this. You can buy frozen lasagna. You can freeze yours. And when you unfreeze it, it might look thick. All you got to do is add you some more ragu in here. I'm going to use this whole box. Add you some ragu in here. And some water. And it'll come back to life. Okay? And I know y'all don't need to see me break these up. Like, I don't have to put you in the pot. Self-explanatory. You break them up as big or as small as you want. You think that you need to make it work for you. And you wipe off your counter, your stove, because you're going to have little droppings on here. And I'm not trying to make this be no long, thought out video, because it don't have to be. Don't take all day to do stuff. If I take all day to do it, it's going to hold me up with what I need to be doing. And I'll tell y'all some stuff too, and why I haven't been live on Bible study in the evening time. I had a little situation that was going on. So we'll talk about that on the next video. So now, my mess up. You just take the rest of them and you put them in a Ziploc bag. Put the rest of those back in the freezer. And make sure I got enough of these little ones in there. Because I want Avery to be happy, so she'll eat it real good. I might put the rest of these little ones in here. It ain't gonna hurt. And I'm gonna put these in the freezer. We're gonna stay focused today. And we're gonna use this broth. Alright, so let it do what it's gonna do. We didn't put no oil or anything in here. I didn't even add any salt because the chicken broth got some salt in it. So if we need it, when we get ready with the ragu and the sugar, then we can incorporate it. But now we're going to go back over here to our meat, okay? So now y'all got to take another trip with me, honey, on a good old gospel ship. And we're going to be sailing, well, in the air, all right? And so we're going to get set back up again. How y'all day been going? We're going to keep moving, is that right? Because you know what I know? I know better days are what? They coming. You got to have the faith. So when you start seeing this meat, when you start seeing it look a little gray color, then you can start adding your sausage. Alright, it's my thing, honey. I'm in my kitchen. My baby she's doing good in there. And I'll tell y'all about it. And what happened. My marketing person told me to stay and make this videos just on this. Come back and do it like I used to, chat and chew. So now we're going to incorporate some sausage. I'm telling you, it's a whole family affair going on here. You got beef, pork, and turkey. Baby, you got everything going on. We're going to add a little bit more. When I figure out, I don't know what to do with my knife. Because I brought it over here to open that pack. And it's where you left it. Alright? And sometimes, for you new that's watching me, I do sit down because I had a back surgery. And I'm trying to strengthen my back. And sometimes if I don't want to sit down, I'll lean. But I live in constant, pain from that. So, if you see me, I'm not being lazy. But I'm better than what I was last year. Okay? I'm better than where I was last year. I'm better than where I was the year before. All right? So, if you got any questions, if you're new and you don't understand, my name is Tracey, and I do go by Mama's Comfort Cooking. And I have a Bible study page. I also have Tracey K Mitchell and Friends and Tracey K Mitchell on Facebook. Life Lessons with Tracey K Mitchell. Mama's Comfort Cooking. Right? And they had people coming over there trying to screen record me and get my videos and open up pages and But you know what? That's just people that don't have their own vision. And they just want to make money off of anybody by any means necessary. And so you have to constantly stay on top of them, making sure that they don't take your content. Because they will. Go ahead and add your sausage. Too far away from me, honey, to try to read anything. I can't see a Nathaniel. All right? All right, so we use the family pack of ground beef. And this is a big set of soup. And what we don't eat, we'll freeze and go back to it. We might go back to it. We might be snowed in, eat it today, and then turn around and eat it on Monday. Because I'll freeze it. I won't keep it in the refrigerator. I'll freeze it. All right? So we're in business. And I can tell you, you can tell by the way your noodles boil if they're almost ready. All right? I'm going to check them. It doesn't take long. And you really can tell. Pay attention to your food. It's almost there. Another 3 minutes, I'm going to move those off the eye. Some people ask me, how long you cook this? What's the time limit? If you listen, you can hear the change in the way your food is cooking. You can hear it. You really can. You can hear the way those noodles are boiling. You can hear how this meat sounds. You got to learn how to trust your ears, your eyes. You got people that are blind that can cook. And they depend on their other sights to do so. You get that feeling, for you, that's enough. If you want to bite on your cabbage, you don't have to cook your cabbage solid because somebody else did. No. So what we're going to do while we wait on that ground beef, we're going to go back over here to these noodles and we're going to incorporate the ragu. Now I use garden combination style. And I like that one because it's a garden combination. It's got, you know, carrots in it, onions in it. You can see the little specks of everything, all right? Also in this, before I add that, I'm going to add a packet. And I meant to do it already, but it's okay. But I'm going to add a packet of beef and onion, Lipton's beef and onion packet. I'm going to add that in to give it some more, all right? It's soup, remember? I'm going to add some more. Okay? And just like that, I'm going to start adding the ragu, right? And we're going to put that ragu in, and we're going to add a little more stuff to it. So this is garden combination. It's got a combination of things that come out the garden, and it's chunky. And this is the one I have told y'all from the time I came on here is the best ragu to me. I found it, you know, this is not something my mom used. This is something I found on my own. So what I'm going to do is pour it in, and it's going to give it a spaghetti look, okay? But I'm going to tell you something. I'm using 2 of these. I'm going to rinse this out, but you also can make this dish with just tomato paste. If you get your broth right, if you get your broth like you want it, you can make it with just tomato paste. Now that's how I like my stuff to be, like a soup. To me, even though they call this a soup, it's more like goulash. All right, we're going to rinse these containers out. And if you want to add more broth in here, you can. And it will be like you're making a soup. You also can add you some diced tomatoes. I'm going to see if I got any. I know Avery ain't going to want that. You know, her and Eddie, but... All right, so I'm going to take my pot filler and I'm going to fill these containers up and shake them up. I'm going to shake this one up. Then I'm going to take this one. I'm going to pour it over in this one. I'm going to shake this up. Now, if you're a person like me that deal with a condition, don't mess your kitchen up. Wash dishes as you go. Get you a dump bag and throw your stuff away. Now pour that in there. Remember, the noodles are still boiling with the ragu. And I'm going to bring y'all over here. But before I have to move y'all, I'm going to add some sugar. You don't have to. I'm going to add just a squishy bit. Not that much. I'm not adding half a cup or a cup. Don't get nervous. Calm down. I dropped the noodle. I'm also going to add a little bit more of my everything green. Because it's full of a lot of things. I'm going to add me a little pepper. Don't come seasoned. I'm going to add me a little salt. Just a squishy bit. I'm going to stir it. And I'm going to add me some, if I had some sun-dried tomatoes, I would add it. It would give it an amazing flavor. It'll give it that little drop of oil that you look for like you do in an Italian restaurant. I'm also going to add a little mozzarella cheese. I'm going to add it on top of mine and some in there. And if I want to add the cheese concoction, which is like my drops of the cream cheese mixed with the Velveeta and sour cream, I can do so. I'm going to add a little heavy whipping cream. But I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to walk around. You won't see me, but I'm going to come back with it. I'm going to walk around and put this in the sink. And I'll come back around and I'll have a heavy whipping cream. So y'all hold on. Hold on tight with all your might. Because we be rocking like this for the rest of the night. Alright? Let me get the heavy whipping cream and check my pantry real quick to see if I got any some stuff I'm looking for. And I'll tell y'all what I'm looking for if I have it. I'm not using any sun-dried tomatoes because I don't have them. Let me see if I got the canned vegetables. Just when you know you have it, you don't. And just when you need it the most. I know I got some though. That's what my spirit tell me. It's not put in the right place, but I have it. But I have to listen to the Spirit of the Lord, honey. That's what I love. I love my connection. I love my connection. Because I said I had some, it was in the wrong spot. So what I'm going to also add to mine is some classic pesto. And I'm going to add me some basil, garlic, and oregano tomatoes. And I'm gonna add some heavy whipping cream. You do what you want to your soup. I build flavors. I like flavors. And I like my stuff tastes good. All I want to do is sit down and get me a bowl. I don't want to be hollering, bring me the salt. Bring me this. No. You got any sugar? No. I want to be able for you to eat it and say, that was a good bowl. Now, if you want to tell me, I want more cheese, I want me some Parmesan cheese, then that's different. But I don't, not me. It's not seasoned if I got to ask you for all those things. If I got to ask you for sugar, and, you got to use some salt on stuff. Let me get my heavy whipping cream. Okay, so it's cooking good. Stay with it so it don't stick. I'm checking mine, right? I'm gonna add a little heavy whipping cream, just a little. I'm gonna use the end of that. It ain't much. It wasn't much. Just a little thickness, just a little. I'm going to add my tomatoes, the ones I told y'all about. Okay? Now I'm going to taste this to make sure it's right. And while I'm tasting it, I'm going to check one of my little noodles too. That's hot. That's hot. But it's good. And now we're going to add some pesto. We're going to add us a little pesto in there. Because Italian food, they always have a little pesto. And I don't have any sun-dried. I do. I got it. It's in the wrong place. But I'm going to use a little green. A little green ain't never hurt nobody. You put what you want in yours. We just on here discussing and talking. And this pesto gonna have a little oil in it. I put that down because I wasn't gonna burn my whole mouth trying to prove no point. I ain't no use in putting this. I'm gonna use what I got left in here. That's all. It wasn't that much. And it's going to give it that, Okay? I'm going to turn this down. Because all we waiting on now, all we waiting on is our meat. We got to throw that away. A little salt, just a little. Clean up behind yourself. And then we're going to get ready to finish this up. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I be hurting, but I have to take the burn and I have to stand up. That's how I'm strengthening it. I'm strengthening my core. And it don't feel good. And I'm going to move y'all, bring y'all back over here once I get this meat done, okay? You might say, that meat ain't done. It's not. It's how I'm cooking it. And I got 3 different meats in here. Alright? And it's not. And if you want to add or omit, you can. That is fine. And this meat is almost finished, just a little bit. I don't like to see no pink. I don't want no pink in my food, my meat. All right, I'm a person that likes their meat well done. I grew up that way. Medium rare. I don't think I have tried it. My mind tells me you don't need to eat that like that. You need to cook it. So I understand people say you get more juice and flavor, but it ain't happening. All right, so we're gonna get ready to. I need both of my hands, so we're gonna get ready to come over here and put this meat. I don't have to drain it. You know why? This meat ain't got no grease. If you buy 90% meat, you ain't got no grease. It ain't got no grease. And I'm going to show it to you. Alright? It doesn't have any. So I'm going to get y'all over, get y'all situated so I can come over. I'm going to do it one at a time. So I'm going to bring YouTube over first, Facebook. Quit getting jealous. And I'm going to let YouTube see. I'm going to let them see that the meat doesn't have any grease. And I'm also going to let them see what's going on. See, YouTube? There is no grease in my meat because we used, and then over here is where it's going. This is what it's looking like. And I turned it down on low. I don't want it to stick or anything. And I did a combination. Alright? And I got it loose. I have not added any cheese or anything. That's a choice. I can add it if I want to. Okay. So when you get to this crossroads, it's up to you. It's no different than making taco soup. But I did add me some raviolis. I added small ones and large ones to go along in mine. Okay? Alright? So you stop first. So I'm going to sit you up so you can be still for a minute while I go ahead and get Facebook. Okay? Sit right here. Don't be talking to everybody. Just sit right here. Alright, Facebook, come on. Come on. Y'all get so jealous when I be on YouTube. I don't understand that. I don't understand why y'all get so jealous when I'm on YouTube. See, the meat don't have no grease because we use 90%. All right, we used 90%. I'll go ahead and unplug this and turn this off. All right, we're gonna walk on over here. And this is what it's looking like. Again, it's supposed to be soup, right? All right. So I did add me some raviolis in mine because I think that's going to be good. I added some and then I think that's going to be real good. And I built my flavors. All right. Deconstructed lasagna. They're calling it lasagna soup. All right. So just stay right here. Hush, Rosemary. Jelly roll, because you be showing out. Because you be showing out. I'm going to move my meat over, y'all. And put it in. All right, is that okay? And I'm going to have to get me another stand because I can't find them to let YouTube see the same thing. So I'm just going to incorporate the meat. Trying to let YouTube get in here. Hold on, YouTube. And I'm just incorporating my meat. Give it a little stir. And y'all, I cook my dinner early because I never know. And I try my best to, I gravitate back to my room to rest my back. Because I be done. Sometimes y'all don't believe it or not. This is a lot of work when you have a messed up, jacked up back and foot. Alright. Okay. Hey, Erica, I'm making lasagna soup. You're welcome to come get your bowl. Erica Knowles. Y'all out of school tomorrow. It's Tracy. Well, he gonna have to hold on 1 second. I let him in. Hold on. Oh, let me, y'all. I gotta let the guy in that's doing the pest control. No, I'll get it. Tell him, hold on 1 second. All right, y'all see that? All right, all right, all right, all right. So look. I need y'all to hold on for me, cause I gotta go let the pest control guy in. Baby, you better spray if you live in the country. If you don't, you'll have all kind of critters. So y'all gonna have to hold on tight with all y'all might, and let me go open the door to let the pest control man in, baby. Okay? And I'll be right back. This is Real Live, coming to you live. Nobody else gonna open it. We don't have a key. Here I come. Yeah, she in my room. I gave her her bath and put her in my room. We had a baby. Hey, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know you was coming. Come on in. You doing all right?
I'm good. How about you?
All right. Let me. She almost broke her little leg. I'm some lasagna soup. You know, I'm gonna dip you out a bowl. You have to be my sample. Just a little sample.
If it's as good as
It's smelling.
it's smelling,
All right.
then if it's as good as the red beans and rice,
Yeah. I'm almost done with it. I'm just gonna top yours with a little cheese.
okay.
So it'll be cooling.
All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Let me turn this on. So
Well, if I leave it outside, it won't take long to cook.
you said that right. You know tomorrow they already told us we weren't having school.
Oh, they did say they was closing?
Yeah, we got the call just a minute ago.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let my pest control guy try it out. He ain't through spraying, so I'm gonna sprinkle him some cheese on him. So by the time he get through, hopefully it won't burn his mouth. All right. Again, we need to decide: are we gonna make the cheese mixture and drop it in there, or do I need to just let everybody, if they want it in, they can put it in individually? Hold on, that's the question. Hold on, y'all. Shaking a little Parmesan on there. And a little sprinkle of mozzarella. I use finely shredded mozzarella. We're going to put a little bit of this. And what y'all say, give him a little more juice. He don't need a lot of juice. If he want to take a bowl, I let him take a bowl. He'll bring my bowl back. See, Southern hospitality is different. Anybody do something for you, they considered a worker and an asset to your family. So if he comes to spray for me, I'm going to treat him right. He's doing something. I might be paying for the service, but he's still a good person. And he's making sure that I don't have no roaches and that I don't have no rats. I help him help me. How do I help him help me? Because I keep my house clean. Okay? You can't do it just by yourself. Can't get mad at him talking about you. I got bugs. Well, okay. I know I'm supposed to give him a little, but you know, Southern people don't know what a little is. We don't know. So I'm going to make him up this little ball. And I ought to put it in the deep freezer, in the freezer, and blast it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let y'all see it. Then I'm going to put it in the freezer. Because he got to go check the baits. Let me show you. He got to go check the baits. So I'm going to put this in the freezer for him. See, it's loose. And then I'm going to go ahead and getting him a fork. He going to like it. My whole house smell good. Hold on 1 second. He coming. Let me put it in the freezer. And put it in the freezer. Please put it in the freezer. Hold on 1 second. So by the time he get through checking the bait, and y'all gonna tell me what I need to do. Come on, Facebook. You didn't get to see inside the pot for the last time, so I'm gonna turn both of y'all around. Come on, Facebook. Okay. So what do y'all think? Should I put the cheese mixture that I do? Because we don't do some things in my stuff. We don't like ricotta cheese. So do y'all think I ought to put the cheese mixture in? And oh, that came. Thank you. Yes, I don't have rats and roaches, so he don't have to spray all up and around and on my walls. He sprays around my baseboards. So the fumes, you can't smell them. It's a new way. So that lets you know why you, and go block that person that's asking questions. Because at the end of the day, common sense will tell you he's a professional. And he know what he's doing. Now put it in the freezer. Did you check the baits yet?
I'm gonna check them. I'll just bring that
Okay.
in.
Well, by the time you check them, that'll be blasted. Ready for your lip.
Okay.
When you come back in.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna play. So, let me see what y'all were saying. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. No cheese. See, that's what I'm saying. No cheese. That's what I thought too. I feel like if you want it, you can drop it in. Yeah, she was acting like he sprayed the food. Like ignorance, I don't even want it over him. You got 3 things to do. You can focus. You can be fruitful. Do you know what that means? And you can be faithful. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to mess up this video. We had a good cook. I make my own form of ricotta because I don't like ricotta. You know it's called ricotta for a reason. Because ricotta got, what ingredient does ricotta have in it? And I don't like the cotta. If you know what I'm saying. Right. And then on top of that, we've got mozzarella, and you can drop mozzarella balls in it if you want to. You also can, and we've got Parmesan. So I'm not gonna overload the dish. Yeah, that's it. And I don't like what? The cotta. What sounds like cotta without the raw cottage cheese. So that's why I don't use that. But I did put pesto in mine. And I did put some salt. I put my everything green. And I've got my 3 different meats that I chose to use. So with that being said, I'm going to thank y'all. YouTube. And we finna drop you off. If you want to come on over to Tracey K Mitchell, I'm live over here. And you can still continue to watch us. But in the meantime and in between time, I need you to do 3 things for me. I need you to love your neighbor. I do. Like you love yourself. I do. I need you to know that love covers a multitude of faults. I do. I want you to understand that. I want you to be good to yourself. Because I love you. I really do. And listen, I'm trying, YouTube. I'm trying to make my way over. And I am going to do a couple of night sessions with y'all. I'm going to do my best to come over and do some cooking and stuff on YouTube. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to see y'all later. One more peek at what we cooked today, YouTube. Quit being jealous, Facebook. Come on. One more look at what we cooked today. You want to see how my bud man likes it? You just come right on over. You know where we are located. Tracey K Mitchell live. See you later in the beads. All right. So all right, Facebook. I wish I was near y'all could have some of them. Listen, I got to do our black fine. I don't want to start it over, so I ended YouTube. I know it's in the freezer, Rosemary. I'm waiting because that was hot. I mean, like that was hot. So if he give it a little stir, he gonna be just fine. No. I can't do all mine's clear yet, Jeanette. Do y'all want me to start a whole new video to talk about the Black History moment? Or what do y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to end this live and come back and talk about our Black history? What do you want me to do? Or you want me to keep going? It's up to y'all. Baby, at cornbread or some garlic cheese bread? What is no, Calvin? What is no? What are you saying? No. No what? No what? Okay, here he comes. He's gonna tell us how he like it. Keep going. Okay. So let me turn it around. Let me get his opinion, okay? You back?
You're all done.
All right now. Let me get it out the freezer. I appreciate you. I don't know, did he say he left the check anywhere?
We'll have to see next time.
Okay. All right. I'm going to burn you. So let me get your spoon.
You don't have a little
Container. Yeah, I got you something.
styrofoam bowl.
I'll take it. Yeah, I want you to try it now. Then you can take it with you. Because I know you're trying to finish up before that what? Snow.
Yeah.
Okay, you try that. And then if you want more than that, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me let them see you trying it. Tell me what you think. That's my base.
You are ruining me.
Red cups. What you thinking? Did I do okay?
You did great. We're gonna have to open you up a restaurant.
Well, you know what? If I probably opened up one, I probably wouldn't have. You know how people around here, they'll say, we don't have that, we don't have that, we don't have that. And when you open it up for them, they don't come to it. Let me just drop this out of here. That way. Because I don't know where my container's at. But you'll tell them, come on in, you know. And then they'll say, oh, we don't never get to do nothing. And then when you give it to them, they don't come. You know what I mean? We got some great restaurants around here that closed. Mm-hmm. And went out of business. Okay, you want to take that and fill this up?
I don't want to give it back. It was just so good. That's just like that red beans and rice that time.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even get down the road a little bit.
And you sure you don't want me to top this off with a little bit more?
No,
But or not?
Because if you top it off, I'm going to eat it all.
Uh-huh. But it ain't much.
And then I'm going to be miserable the rest of the day.
Well, no, you eat it tonight. Oh, it ain't gonna make it tonight. Let me get some foil.
No, you don't have to. You don't need no foil.
You wanna? Oh, you finna really eat it.
I'm supposed to really eat it.
Oh. Well, no. I don't have no plastic spoon.
I got some in my truck.
Oh, okay.
I always keep them.
You sure you don't want me to top it off?
No, you're fine. Okay. I always keep them little.
Yeah. And I normally keep them, but I just don't have them.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good one, and thank you.
Too.
And he'll probably let you know where he laid the money.
Okay. And I'm talking to your daughter in there.
Uh-huh.
And, asking her about her. She says her foot.
Yeah.
I said, well, you want me to send your sister over here to help you? And she just kind of looked at me. And I said, you want me to send Kelby over here? And she, how do you know her?
Yeah, she want to know how you know her family.
Yeah, she said, do you know my daddy? I said, yeah, I know your daddy.
Uh-huh.
And she just amazed that I knew.
Yeah, she's a good kid. I love my baby.
Is. She said, you know me? I said, yeah, I've seen you a couple of times here. Okay, thank you.
All right. God bless you. Be safe.
I will.
Out there. As you know, them back roads, if we get it, we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we're not going nowhere.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
All right. So today, I want to tell y'all something. First of all, I want to pay homage to President Carter. He had a beautiful service. Everybody did good today. I was so glad to see our own Andrew Young make it. He's up in age. He was one of the civil rights leaders. And it was so good to see him make it to Washington, D.C. He could have waited. He could have went to Plainsville. But they all showed up for a great man. I pay homage to every political party that found it not robbery to show kindness to a man that ain't got nothing to do with this foolishness, okay? So today I want to tell you about two different people in Black history. Black history is 365 over here, okay? So I want to tell you a little story real quick. One person I can relate to that's dear to my heart. The other one is about who invented our 3-light street light. I want to tell you how he invented it, and I want to tell you the outcome. So the street light, the lights that we stop, the red lights, the street lights, the three, we used the red, the yellow for caution, the red for stop, and the green for go. That street light was invented by a black man. That black man was from Cleveland, Ohio, and his name was Garrett Morgan. All right? Garrett Morgan. How did he come up with the idea? Well, Garrett Morgan was the first black man to own a car in Cleveland, Ohio. And one day he witnessed a car wreck. They used to use the police officers to stop you, tell you to go, just like when our street lights are out now. They stop, tell you to go, and the crossroads, there was an accident. So this intelligent young black man, who was the first black man to own a car in Cleveland, Ohio, Dr. Garrett Morgan, decided that he would invent the street light. And he got it patented in 1923. But he sold it to an electric company for only $40,000. Now you would say that was a lot back in 1923. But the thing about it is, it would be a lot. It would be equivalent to having $500,000 that he sold something that has been taking care of us forever. All right? So we pay homage to him, and that we now don't all have to stop at four-way stop waiting for the cross guards, the police officers standing in the rain, sleet, and snow, telling you to go, putting a stop, telling them to go, putting a stop, telling them to come, stop them, tell them. You know how hectic that is when our street lights are messed up or when there is an accident and they have to get out there and they have to do that. They did that all day long, every day, until this intelligent Dr. Garrett Morgan of Cleveland, Ohio, invented our 3-light. We call it the red light, but it's a 3-light traffic light. All right? So next we're going to talk about, and I did not learn that in high school. We didn't really get taught black history. If you found any black history, it was going to just be about Martin Luther King, about civil rights, about segregation, and that was it. So the next person is dear to my heart, and I can just tell you about her because I had to study her. Just like I studied Donald Trump because of real estate, I studied Madam C.J. Walker. Yes, I did hair for 30 years. And yes, old girl can do some hair. And yes, if my back gets stronger, I'll put a cut on Tricot hair for y'all so y'all can see I still can flip my wrist and I still can cut and I can do all those things. It was a God-given gift, and I used to make wigs. I used to do sew-ins, not just getting no glue and no coloring and color and gluing it and taking out your hair follicles. No, I did treatment. I don't know why. Trece can tell you I could grow hair, but I do not know why I never ever came up with a product. Sometimes you have to motivate yourself. You got to be the motivating factor. When I look back over my life and I see how many people have made so much money doing the things that I already was doing when they were in diapers. All right? So Madam C.J. Walker wasn't like me. She got up and she got busy. Madam C.J. Walker started making hair products. She had a problem. She had problems. She had an irritated scalp condition, and it left it dry all the time. And she had a problem with her hair, and her hair would not grow in certain spots, and her scalp was irritated. So in the kitchen, honey, Gorilla said it. We took it and we put it in the kitchen. What you know about me, Big G-L-O-W-E-E. She said we took it and we put it in the kitchen. We made her put it out. I put it in. And people try to talk about folks doing stuff in their kitchen, but it was not uncommon because that's where she started, in her kitchen. And she went door to door helping people with hair products. And finally, she realized, I can do this. And so she hired people to push her product. And they were traveling salespeople. And they went everywhere. And she opened up a hair salon. And she opened up a hair school, Madam C.J. Walker. They had her movie on Netflix. I don't know if they still have it or not, but they had it on Netflix. And she, I could have made a product. I was that good. Didn't know how. Some people now, they order their stuff from China and different places and just putting their label on it. But I actually wanted to sit down. I really wanted to sit down with a chemist. I really wanted people to understand their pH balance and the medicines that they take, which can cause some products just won't work. There were times I did hair and I could feel the chemical buildup. Somebody asked me, because I was wearing my hair long before I got sick. And my sister-in-law, Teresa's on here. She know I wore my hair long. And somebody asked me why I cut my hair, why I started wearing it. I started for two reasons. One, the older you get, short hair looks better on older women. Secondly is, well, that and my facial shape changed a little bit from steroids. It went from being elongated a little bit to being more rounded. And as you can see, it ain't as big as it was. And the next reason is because the medication that I was on, when I would touch my hair, I could feel it in there. Honey, it felt like I had been in a sawdust mill. I could feel it. And I took my clippers myself and I cut my hair off. I buzzed it like this, my own self. And I was sitting in my bathroom and I got my clippers and I got and put my guard on it, and I used my scissors and I lined it up. And you know, that's what I did. Now, it's hard. People say, well, you can still cut your hair. Well, I can now lift my hands real high, but my balance is off, and I couldn't. Like, I couldn't just keep doing this and trying to, you know, and I feel like I'm on fire, and I did have a guard on, all right? But, so anyway, back to Madam C.J. Walker. So that's what she did, and she hired a lot of people, and she became the first black woman to be a millionaire. And Madam C.J. Walker was a millionaire. Because way back when Madam C.J. Walker was doing this, because she was born in 1867 in Louisiana. And at 7 years old, she was working the fields. I don't care where you start. Don't you give up. She was working the fields just to become a millionaire one day. And she bought a house back in that day, in the late 1800s. To be able to buy a house for $250,000, it would be like buying a house for $5 million. It would be like in California, most definitely, $5-10 million. Here, it could be $2 to $4 million. To pay that much for a house, Madam C.J. Walker did. Now, I want you to understand, this lady did not just do hair, but she got involved. And what the story didn't tell, the movie didn't tell, Madam C.J. Walker raised money to bring the YMCA to black neighborhoods. They called them colored neighborhoods, but she brought it to the black neighborhood, and she raised a lot of money. And her net worth, when she died, she was worth $52 $500 to $1 million. But today, that would be equivalent to $17 million to $20 million. Remember, she is buried in Bronx, New York, in a cemetery there. So, Madam C.J. Walker is your next person. I appreciate her work. I appreciate what she did. I appreciate it because even in my hair salon, I sold the products that I used on people's hair. I encourage you, if a hairdresser or hairstylist is using product on your hair, use the whole line of the product to get the best result. Now, you might disagree with me, some of you hairstylists, but I did not like Mazzani Perm. Mazzani Perm didn't want to work with other people. They didn't want to work with other perms. Once you used the line of Mazzani, you had to use the whole line, and it was too expensive. I started to see people's hair break. This is at the closing of me doing hair. I would still be doing hair today if it wasn't for the situation that happened with me. One, I stood up all the time, and I stood up and I stood on a pad and everything, but I had to shampoo hair. I had to hire shampoo assistants because my business got so big. I can tell you this much. God was so favorable to me. It was nothing for me to make $2,000 a week doing hair. It was nothing for me to claim that I was making over 150 G's a year when nobody else was doing it. I could have lived a very rich and plentiful life. You're talking about in the 90s. You're talking about in the 2000s when people was making $8 and $7.50 and $4 minimum wage. God was favorable and good to me. So I want you to understand, you may start in the field picking cotton, but you can end up being a millionaire. The plans he has for you can be greater. That one thing I can tell you for sure, that I don't know what's the number one product, but the one I ended up using in my career was Design Essentials was the one that I used. Yes, she's buried, and that's what I said, in Bronx, New York. Thank you. I like Design Essentials. I like their product. I like the different things. And they did like C.J. Walker. Mr. McBride sent his people around door to door. And I had my own hair person designed to me, designated to me, that would come. His name was Aaron. He would come and drop off all my products. I put my order in, he came, and I paid him. I like that. They still went back to C.J. Walker. They wanted to be very personal, and they walked into every shop. I did use Bronner Brother products, and then I used Queen products, and I could put finger waves in so deep you wouldn't believe them. I have small fingers, and I could get my finger in there real deep and put that deep press and that loop in and make that C and that S. I did pin curls, and I could do them soft where I could lift your waves and your curls up together to make it look like you had curly hair. I arched eyebrows, and I like it. I arched mine. I just did them I did these last Saturday morning to go to my best friend's funeral. You've got so much that comes now in the line of beauty. But beauty products, did you know Rihanna didn't become a billionaire from music. She came a billionaire from her makeup. It's the beauty. There's a lady that's on Huntsville, Alabama show that come on, Love in Huntsville. She got that body glaze. She was doing hair, and she was selling some hair products. But between the hair products and that body glaze, she's making millions and millions of dollars. Where some people are bragging of making 40, 50 G's a month, She's making millions of dollars a month in the line of beauty. I had a master's cosmetology degree, and I'm not going to name everything because people try to check you just like when they tried to send them people over here, and them people had to leave because I had all my paperwork. So I'm not going to discuss, because then you be trying to figure out, well, what you doing business as and what you got it. You don't need to. You just need to know who I am on here. All right? And I feel like jealousy is like witchcraft, and it holds us back. I love it, and I think I should have a line of products. I really do. I understand about chemical balance. I understand about medicine. You know, I understand a lot of things more than y'all think or more than y'all really know. I understand the law of physics. I understand anatomy and physiology. I understand a lot of things, but most of all, I'm not a chemist, but I lay next to one every day. And if my sister and all the trees on him, baby, my husband baby, you can't mess with him. You can't mess with that chemist. He know what he's talking about when he say it. He can tell you exactly what kind of water your hair is taking in. He can let you know if this is hard water and it won't lather. So I am so honored to be a part of the Madam C.J. Walker family of cosmetologists and had a master's of cosmetology. And I'm so glad to have done that for 30 years and was successful. Everything my hands have found to do, the Lord has put his on it. We have so many people. Slavery was bad, but it did get better. It did. Because once we were free to use our creative genes, we were free to create. And our kids need the same drive. And a lot of them, baby, they not playing. And jealousy is a form of witchcraft, and it holds you back. I love to come in my kitchen. It relaxes me. But this is not my career. I didn't work in the career of culinary or culinary arts. I never wanted to be top chef. But I am an entrepreneur. And if you knew the vision that I had and what I really wanted, if I know now, if I knew then what I know now, baby, you probably looking at a billionaire sitting up here just like Oprah. "30 years, a master's cosmetologist." Now let me tell y'all about Avery. Somebody just asked about Avery. Avery was in gym yesterday, and they had those little sticks, those cha-cha sticks that you gotta chop, 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 chop. And whoever had that stick, they chopped Avery real hard on the side of her foot and underneath her foot. So it caused a sprain underneath her foot from the side over into her arch. They did not wrap it, and they did not cast it last night when she went to urgent care. But what they said was they didn't want to do that because they want Avery's foot to swell so they can see where the inflammation might be. And if they wrapped it, it would suppress it. They do things different. Just like when you take your babies to the doctor and they coughing and congested, they won't give them cough medicine. They want them to cough to make their lungs strong. As parents, we're going to go by the over-counter. So she's home. The school didn't call, but my husband, he called the school. And he talked to the nurse. She called back this morning, and they had a conversation. Well, the school called and said that they're out of school tomorrow because they're expecting us, especially where I live, because we live near the mountains. So northwest Georgia is expected to get anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of snow. Now, that's a lot of snow for us. That's a lot of snow for us. So we don't even play. We don't have to see nothing on the ground. Because see, where we live, we still have dirt roads and gravel roads. And you ain't going to drive on it. If any snow in them potholes on them gravel roads, that bus will get stuck. And then the county will be trying to get all those students off that bus and the bus driver to their designated areas. And those gravels get so slick. So they don't, when they hear that we really are going to get any ice, any sleet, they cancel school. Ain't nothing on the ground. It's sunny as can be. It don't even look like no snow day. But they already canceled school until Monday. So y'all say a prayer for Avery. And if you really want Avery to feel good, you know, the Chick-fil-A and McDonald's cards. Because she mad at y'all. I'm telling y'all now, she don't even want to come on here. Because y'all had her so spoiled. Avery was getting Chick-fil-A and McDonald's cards left and right. And just like hot grease, y'all stopped. Now, I do owe a couple of people some cakes. And I do owe Deacon Calvin and Willie some drinks. Hey, DL. Oh, I don't know where we live. And I do owe Rosemary some. And I do owe Flo and I owe Flo. I owe this and that, Latanga. And I owe Mother Joyce. I got to get caught up with who I owe some stuff to. Hey, Mother Jerry. I got to get caught up with who I owe some stuff to. And we'll decide if we want to do some more baking. Y'all got 2 inches of sleet? DL? See, it ain't no use in mailing no cakes out. Now, y'all know today the post office wasn't mailing. Because in honor of President, nothing is going out and nothing is coming in. So the United States Post Office, they didn't do anything today. And so we'll see. Once the weather is right. Well, they don't give them pain medicine, Sherry. She's in the bed. I helped give her a shower. I gave her a shower. I bathed her because she can't put no pressure on that foot. And so I had to do that. And I put her in my bed with a tablet. And I gave her a little snack. I gave her some dip and some chips. And this is for dinner. But if she gets hungry, I'll make her a little bowl of that. I'm going to clean my kitchen back up. And I'm going to go back there. She on my side. The P.O. Box is P.O. Box 32, Castle, Georgia. 30123. P.O. Box 32, Castle, Georgia. 30123. And thank whoever gave me stars. You didn't have to do it, but you did. I know people, I don't expect a lot of stars. People just are trying to recruit, get over. Thank you, Lindsay. I'm going to pin it. People are trying to regroup from the holidays. Folks just ain't got a heaps of money, you know, and they can't do it. They can't just get supporter badges and stars, but I do thank you. I thank you for your time and hanging in here with me. It's called Cassville, 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 Georgia. Hey, Mother Shirley Rachel, I love you. And I appreciate you. Mother Shirley Rachel, did you ever eat your gift that I gave you? Because I know you had COVID. But y'all never know. Like, I moisturize my face. And y'all never know what I might end up coming out with. But I know, I just don't know. If it's in the Lord's will, if it's in the Lord's will. But I think I'm going to get me some clippers. I need to go. Them clippers going to probably cost me $200-something. I need some clippers, and I need to get me a line up, and I need to get me a fade. They got one now that you can just fade like your neck real good, because I can't get back there like I like to look and see. Because haircuts are $50. I'm not paying nobody $50 to buzz my hair. I can do it myself. I'm not paying $50. So that's ridiculous. Like, if you're not putting chemicals in nobody's hair, you're not putting a design in nobody's hair. If you just simply cutting their hair, I'm not paying you that kind of money. And in a week or two, you need a line. All right? But I done kept y'all on here long enough. I pray y'all have a good day. And and may God's peace be with you until we meet again, because I didn't get to tell y'all the talk that I want to have. And perhaps I'll come back and you'll see. Baby, I'm not, I don't know. Perhaps, maybe, you might see me again on Bible study. But I love y'all. All minds clear. Honey, what I say to one, I say to all, love your neighbor like you love yourself. What I say to one, I say to all, love covers a multitude of faults. And what I say to one, oh, I say to all, I love you. Yes, I do. Thank you, Deacon Calvin. Please keep California in your prayers. Please. Please, please, please keep California in your prayers. All right? I seen a video with Tabitha Brown. She said she was fine, but the fires are spreading, whether they celebrities or not. So many people out there struggling, and so many people going through, and those fires are just burning people's houses up, everything in it. You know, all they can do is get out with their lives. I love you, Rosemary. Yes, I do. And please keep them, because it could be us. Like that song say, it could have been me outdoors, no food, no clothes. And thank you for my earrings that I got from here. Yes, I'm showing off my bumblebees. These are the denim ones. Quit hating and don't ask me where I got them, because somebody gave them to me for Christmas. And if you didn't give them to me for Christmas, you're not going to go get a pair of them and try to be like me, walking around with the honeybees. All right, Lord, we're going to say, Father God, I ask you that you cover, Father God, in the name of Jesus, forgive us of all of our sins, first of all, God. And Lord, I ask that you meet us where we are. And Father God, I ask that you touch California, the people there, the loved ones connected to them, Lord, in the surrounding areas where the fire has touched, where the fire has not. God, I ask that you please, Lord, make that fire behave. Let it cease. Let them calm it down, Father God. Lord, I ask, Lord, that you just give people, Lord, that have lost everything, their homes they've worked so hard for, everything that they got, the clothing, everything, jewelry, everything. They just had to run out with their lives. Father God, I ask that you cover and protect them. Protect their minds, God. Oh, Lord, I ask that you give them peace that passes understanding and keep their hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Lord, I ask that you just bless California, Lord, and give the people that is fighting the fires, the firefighters and the MT workers and everybody, Lord, give them strength, God. The nurses, the doctors, God, everyone that's involved, God. Lord, I ask that the state work with them, God. Lord, that they be able to work with them to help them rebuild in some capacity. Lord, I pray that the people had insurance, God. Oh, Lord, but let it be a state of emergency, Lord, that they can get the help that they need to rebuild their lives if they still want to live, Father God, in that part of the world. God, we give you glory, honor, and praise in Jesus' name. Amen. I love y'all, and I'm going to see y'all later. Honeybees.